we'll let you guys into a time to talk to the media. Okay? Don't worry. Just the only thing is to thank Nigerians. They made this happen, and they should not relent. Nobody can take the people who are deserving for granted. Merry Christmas to Nigeria.
Sowore thanks Nigerians, says nobody can take them for granted. The convener of #Revolution Protest, Mr. Moyele Sowore, has thanked Nigerians following his departure from the custody of the Department of State Service, DSS. Addressing some supporters in Abuja on his way from the DSS office, Sowore believes Nigerians prevailed on the federal government to release him. He also called on the people not to relent in their resolve to ensure a better Nigeria for their children and more generations to come. The only thing is to thank Nigerians. They made this happen. They should not relent, said the activist while exchanging pleasantries from a group of youth in the Federal Capital Territory. He added, nobody can take the people who are deserving for granted. Merry Christmas to Nigerians. This comes hours after the federal government ordered the DSS to release the activist, as well as the former National Security Advisor (NSA), Colonel Sambo Dasuki, retired. After regaining his freedom, Sowore was escorted out of the headquarters of the service by Mr. Abubakar Mashal, a lawyer from the chambers of Mr. Femi Falana. The DSS arrested Sowore, the publisher of online media outfit Sahara Reporters, on August 3rd. He is standing trial alongside his co-defendant, Olawale Bakare, on 16 counts bordering on treasonable felony and money laundering, amongst other charges. They have since pleaded not guilty and were granted bail in the sum of 100 million naira and 30 million naira, respectively. The DSS had refused to release them on bail even after they met their bail application, forcing Justice Ijoma Ojukwu to issue a 24-hour order of their release. Sowore and Bakare were later released on December 5th, but the Sahara Reporters publisher was rearrested barely 24 hours after by the DSS. Wow. Honestly, this is really a good, a welcome development, and it was really a touching moment. It's really a touching moment for Nigerians, and it's very. Yesterday was a remarkable day, and this month is really a remarkable month in the history of Nigeria. And we know how the federal government, is looking in the committee of countries, see what has happened. Now they are trying to take glory that they are obeying court order. I don't know who. I don't know they are deceiving. I don't just know the set of people they are deceiving with all of these things that happened, with all court orders that they've disobeyed constantly. And the one that even that is even more serious is even the case of Dasuki after 4 years. And at the end of the day, people are asking, after all this gra. Somebody was asking, what is gra? Yes, now gra. I don't know whether the person is in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you should know what gra. With all this grandstanding, yes, I think that's the best way I can really put it. All their stubbornness, disobedience to court order, all their excuses, flimsy excuses. I'm sure the DSS couldn't tell us now that he could get knocked down by the car. We could see from the video. That he was being driven. Initially, they said nobody came for him. They were just embarrassing themselves. And now some people will be saying, oh, what is the business of the US? What is the business of the US? Why a whole government agency making such excuses, giving such excuses for them not to be released? And all this window dressing release, less than 24 hours, he was rearrested. See, now they could not even pinpoint of the reason why he was rearrested. Now the AGF is saying they should abide to the conditions of the bail. Are you to tell them? Now they will tell you it is not the presidency that gives order. It is not the president. It is not the president. That everybody will be saying, oh, they will be calling the name of the president. Any little thing, if any little thing happens, oh, it is the president. It is the president. Is it not evident now because they've seen a bigger handwriting on the wall, and now they are telling us what is not? You can imagine. And the guy just said nobody can take Nigerians for granted, and that is the issue with this IPOB people. They should continue to do what they know how to do best. They should continue to know how to do best. And see the people now, most especially in Nnamdi Kanu, moving from one country to another, and yet we were told that he's a terrorist. We were told that the group has been proscribed. The same America that came to intervene in this Sowore matter. We saw the letter they wrote to the AGF now. So why are they taking glory? The same America that came to encourage them, whether they want them, they encourage them, or they wrote letter to them to tell them what to do. People will say, oh, Nigeria is a sovereign country, and they wrote letter to them within how many days, they were released. The same America that is where Nnamdi is always going here and there. They never arrested him. So all those people who are supporting this government, they are just doing the service to the government. They think they are supporting them. Of course, if government has a good case against anybody, they should follow it to the letter. That's what we are talking about. Nobody is saying everybody can just do whatever they like. If you have a case against them, do the needful, because they will be the first to run to the court. The same government will run to the court and be complaining about this, and allow the court to do the needful, because that is the constitution. It is the court the judiciary that will handle that situation. So it is not you that will be interpreting their role, or interpreting the offense or the charges on ground. If they have done anything, you will rush to the court. The court will make their own stand and make their own submission. Then you don't want to follow that stuff. The first time when Sowore was arrested, they rushed to the court that they needed 45 days to investigate, and that is why they are trying to compare themselves with America. You are going to arrest somebody, you have not done your investigation, you are charging somebody to court, you don't have your facts on ground, you needed 45 days. At the end of the day, they needed another 45 days. That was when they started. If you have a good evidence, charges against him, or facts against him, just go to the court and do the needful. So what is all of this grandstanding? At the end of the day, where has they landed them? It is shame. They should be ashamed of themselves, putting Nigeria and Nigerians to this international embarrassment. I don't know why people cannot say things for once, say the truth for once. So congratulations to Sowore, congratulations to Dasuki and the family. Irrespective of whatever you think about them, they are innocent until proven guilty. If you have any case against them, please jail this guy. Put them in jail. Let them start serving their jail term. If you really are sure of what you are talking about. How can you keep somebody for 4 years and you are telling us what is not? Interpreting the law that national security. You can imagine. Can you imagine even the Oshibajo now? We can't even hear Oshibajo to even make Piam. One little word. Oshibajo cannot say anything. Apart from the time he said he was not ready to take the award that was arranged for him, and he didn't even say anything. He was just saying it will be insensitive. What are you talking about? Why are you afraid? Are you serving the people, or you are serving? Of course, he has said he's going to be loyal to Buhari irrespective of anything. Just like the Senate president said, anything the president says, any request, it will be granted, because he believes that any request from the president is a good one. And meanwhile, the next thing he went to the president, oh, we want to renovate this National Assembly, we need 37 billion naira. And he said, according to what he said the president said there is no problem, they are going to do that. And you guys cannot talk about education. You cannot talk about the dilapidated hospitals that we have across the country, the dilapidated roads. You cannot just go and do all of those things. You can't even tell the president that this the continuous disobedience to court order, because they know that they are doing the wrong thing. Those are the things that they will be talking about. Even Gbajabiamila said it is better to be rubber stamp than to be fighting the government. So you are going to fold your hands, just like your colleague said, that any request from the president is good for Nigeria. Shame on them. Shame on them and those who are supporting them. They don't have shame. Whether they are in PDP, whether they are in APC, politicians who do the wrong things, shame on all of them. Whether you are a PDP person, you are APC, or whosoever you are, and you are holding one position or the other, and you are doing what is not right. What is not right. Somebody said once they just get to that position, it's like their heart will be taken away. Something else will be replaced with it. God forbid. What kind of a country is this? What kind of a people are this? What kind of a people are this? They are just behaving as if Buhari is going to be there forever. You cannot even make name for yourself. Even the vice president, they cannot even make name for themselves. We have seen how Femi Adesina, Garba Shehu, and Lai Mohammed how they have embarrassed themselves. The same Femi Adesina saying, who continue to quote it, it's in the public domain, so anybody can make use of the statement or quote what he said. That who made America the policeman of the world? Are they not ashamed of themselves now? So on what ground did they release this show? Like we said, and Dasuki, like we said, is it in their position to order the release apart from what the court has said? Is Malami or the DSS or whatever to release Sowore and Dasuki, if not for court who have said what they ought to have done? They have not done anything. People who are really saying they have tried or they've done on the unimaginable, the unthinkable. They are just deceiving them, because now they have really embarrassed themselves. No other excuses again. The same Sowore now is out of the DSS custody. Onto what? Onto nothing. All this initial grad, this and that. The funniest thing was that when the DSS started giving excuses, about 3 excuses, that even a child in the womb will turn. Now, what kind of a thing? I need to come out of the womb and see who is saying all of this is. That is the where they have degenerated to, the level at which they have degenerated to. Nothing again. Now they will come and tell us, no, of course they can only tell those people, the likes of people that came to injure, they beat up Adeyanju. Those are the people that can listen to them, who do not even understand their left from their right, or those who are just blind unnecessarily. That's just it. And someone say, just thank God for Nigerians remain in prison. Struggle continues. Revolution now. Sowore, keep safe. Don't allow them to kill you as they killed Abiola and so many Southerners who are fighting for independence, including Pa Alfred Rewani. Please hold yourself. Think of your aged mother too. Congratulations, bro. I know that you will not say anything again, because your people will well caution you to speak the truth again, be it good or bad. Don't know what this person is talking about. So guys, these are the words of a message from Omoyele Sowore thanking Nigerians. Leave your comments below and let's have your take.